Hey, this is Jeff Rose. Welcome to GoodFinancialSense.com. Today I have a special guest. My wife has agreed to join me with this video. Occasionally we get reader questions. Some are about blogging, some are about Pinterest in our home, more to her than me. But occasionally we'll get a question in regards to how to manage money. So we thought, or I thought it would be great to have my wife come on to kind of share some of her thoughts and opinions about some of the money issues and how we've handled them over the years. But first, let's check out this reader question.
We have a question from Jennifer, and Jennifer asks, I'm wondering if you'd consider posting about how you manage your money. With kids, expenses are often high, and making college retirement savings can often be difficult. Given your experience and knowledge, I'd love to hear your tips and tricks.
Great question, Jennifer. Thanks for reading our blogs and thanks for asking us this question. When we first started thinking how to answer this question, I started going back to how we talked about money when we first got married, before we even had kids. Because I think that's so important that a lot of newlyweds don't do. They don't have the money talk. They don't understand what's important to each other regarding money. And I know between me and my wife, it was first trying to figure out, one was our emergency fund, and most importantly, what was that number that she had to have, what I had to have in our checking or savings account to make us feel comfortable.
Yeah, I think we both had very, very different opinions on money and how to manage money when we first got married, and so it was very difficult. But as far as our emergency savings fund, for me, I needed a higher number. I'm a planner, and I like to think, long term and just be prepared for things. And for him, he's a spender, and he just thinks in the moment. And so we're very different in that. And we had to kind of come together and kind of come to a compromise. I think it's really important that you do that, because if not, it can spiral out of control, and so can your bank account, really. So for me, the number when we first started getting married, I think it was like, I wanted our savings account to be at $4,000, which seems like nothing now. It's much higher now. I mean, it's changed over the years, but just starting out, I was like, if that number is not at least $4,000, I just did not feel comfortable. Yeah,
and actually, and just to keep in mind, put in perspective, that number, when we first got married, I think we had like 500 bucks. Seriously, had like $500 in our savings. And the way that we're able to accumulate the 4,000 that she felt comfortable was when I was deployed to Iraq. So when I was deployed, that was our main goal. And, funny enough, that's what a lot of the conversations we had when I was deployed was these money goals, was to get this much in savings, to save, to fund our Roth IRAs. And it sounds kind of cheesy, but it gave us something to work towards. But it was just constantly having those money conversations.
As far as saving for retirement or saving for college for your children, I think the most important thing for us is that we have it come directly out of our bank account before we even see it. That is the easiest way for me, because sometimes when the money goes in there, I'm like, oh, I have all this money. And then I have to write all these checks, and I'm like, oh, I really don't have all this money. So it's just way easier if we just, pay it first. It comes directly out of our account, and we don't have to think about it. And then we're left with, whatever is left is what we have to spend.
And a question that maybe you didn't ask, or maybe you're getting at was, how much do you save for college versus saving for retirement? I know this is a common question that people have. And what I always tell my clients is, you got to take care of yourself first. I know we love our kids, and I love our kids to death, but I'm under the belief that we need to take care of ourselves first, because if we don't have enough saved for retirement, then we got to rely on somebody else, which most likely will be our children. So if we're trying to protect them from taking out student loan debt, the reality is they're going to have parent debt because they're going to take care of us because we didn't take care of ourselves when we should have. So I always encourage my clients to save a little bit towards their kids' college education, but the main priority is to save for retirement.
I know when I used to work in healthcare, I was the retirement manager, and I would see people all the time who would come in and they would be 50, 55, and they're like, oh, I'm ready to start saving for retirement. And I'm like, it's a little bit late at that point. So I think that was one of the motivating factors for me, not only that he's a financial advisor, but that I was in that position early. We both kind of had the same view on saving for retirement. It was like, okay, we need to do it early and we need to do it now, because I saw too many people come in that were just going to have to either work till they die or they were going to have to work till the age of 80. And I knew that our goals were going to be, we want to retire young and do fun things and travel. And so, I mean, that was something that was important, I think, to both of us from the beginning.
Yeah, and don't get us wrong. Like, we like to have fun. We like to take vacations. We like to buy things. I think it's just having that fair balance.
You like to buy things.
She likes to buy things too. Trust me. Trust me. Go to her blog and see some of her fashion updates. So Anyway, there is that fair balance of having fun, you know, living in the moment, but also saving some towards a future goal, which most common is retirement. You know, and doing so, as she mentioned earlier, it's just automatically having it come out. It's so easy, you don't think about it. So that way you are saving towards that primary goal and you still have enough to spend, have some fun, travel, do those things that you want to do. Well, I hope you like this special edition of GoodFinancialSense.com. If you have any other reader questions regarding managing money, especially with your spouse, please feel free to hit us up. If you have any fashion questions, don't ask me, ask her. If you have any Pinterest questions, you need to go to houseofroseblog.com, not Good Financial Sense. But thanks to my wife for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
Bye.
Three, two, one. Financial Sense.
Sorry, I went like I was fixing my hair.
You're not even talking. How can you screw up? Are you sure you're not blonde? Hold on, I need some 5-hour energy. This is Mandy, and the reason she's bringing me on here is because I'm not bringing anything on. Because I'm bringing it because it's Broughton. Broughton. Like a bratwurst. Stupid fly. Stupid fly.
It's over there.
There was one right there. I have a special guest joining me today.
Special guest. Special. She's very special. Dang fly.
Ready?
I mean, the question is, are you ready?
You ready?